You just want to repress those memories.
Yeah.
Yep. They need another hero that can start team fights.
Yeah, that's a rough
Viper.
one.
Yeah, that's a preemptive pick.
It's also just really, really hard to deal with in the mid
TA
lane.
lane.
Yeah, TA has no lane against Viper. You just go Nether Toxin 1, shove the lane, and then if she ever comes back, you have poison attack. Yeah, it's very strong.
Mm-hmm. I was casting a Chinese DPC game a couple of nights ago. I was trying to refresh my memory. Is it LBZS versus Extreme? They had the option of running the Viper mid against the Templar Assassin, but they chose to play a Beastmaster against it instead, and then it kind of popped off on the TA that game. Yeah. Okay, we got the Zor specialty. Forget about the CNDPC and what happened that game. We get to talk about Zor Axe. Picking up against the Viper is a little bit weird. You don't spin as you jump in. He does struggle against it. It's not as long as he's not playing against it in lane, he's going to be fine. But this is terrifying. Despite the fact that this hero wasn't like relevant in the last patch, this guy always managed to pop off on it.
Yeah, Zor, this is his hero. I think it might be one of his most played heroes altogether. And now you just get it against the CK lane, and it's not that bad. Like, you just lane cut, CK can't really harass you out. You're going to have this, what I'm assuming is going to be the last pick. It's probably 5 position Grimstroke. Grimstroke and Chaos Knight, just so you have that Chaos Bolt, the Inkswell, the Reality Rift. I mean, there's a lot of control in that lane and a lot of damage, but Zor can just creep drag. He can cut lanes, and if you're ever out of position, he'll just dive you.
10 seconds.
All right. Carries, getting banned out, even more of them. This is ridiculous. I feel like there's a problem with the meta if you're using 10 bans on carries.
So they're actually anticipating it could be the offlane CK and a support Mars.
Offline CK is awful.
Because they banned out Spectre there on the side of Felt.
Yeah, they're worried about the backline here. There's very little protected. Axe is going to be jumping forward and being your initiator here. Your Phoenix and your Lich will just get blown up by Spectre. It's also possible they ban out a PA here next. Ricky wouldn't be bad to ban either.
I like that hero.
It's Spirit. I was thinking about that one. They don't have any heroes that go in and start things enough. A Spirit arrow mid would have been a little bit better than a Viper for that reason. So they take out a position forward that's able to do it.
Makes a lot of sense to me.
You know, they'll ban out another carry here on 5ManMidas. You might as well. You've already banned out most of the carries in the game.
They banned out the Loon, what you were talking about. Now they get rid of Drow. All right, yeah, this was the one hero that I thought was still going to cause them a lot of problems, and it is the perfect Drow game, honestly. Like, there is not a lot of options to getting on top of that hero and killing her.
Yep.
So yeah, that's a really good ban. They respond with the last pick, Wraith King.
Oh, he's a little bit better. He's got more armor at earlier levels, so he doesn't lose the lane. Oh wait, no, it's they've reduced the hero damage on Mars, early points in God's Rebuke, so it's harder for him to zone the Wraith King out of the lane at the start.
It is going to be Lies on the 4 position Veno. Okay, so this is what I was wondering, if they were running the Venomancer as core or 4. It will be Veno on that 4 position. Aexter will be playing the Mars once again. And we've got ourselves a game 3, mate. It's underway. We're jumping right into this one.
Felt I like their draft. I think Venomancer is a great way to respond to this last pick. Wraith King, Axe and Axe and Wraith King are both going to struggle to deal with this Venomancer. They're going to be moving around the fight a lot slower. The dot on Venomancer is prevent Zor from getting in and out easier. Just spam it. He's going to be the main target with God. I forget. Venomous Gale. That's the one. Poison Nova is his last one. He's going to be the main target with the Venomous Gale. It's going to tick on him constantly. He's not going to be able to blink around these team fights. They're going to be able to wear down Templar Assassin's Refraction pretty quickly. It's a tough game to play Axe or Wraith King. If they can do well enough for the early game, I think Wraith King will find an early Radiance. They'll be able to deal with CK illusions very easily. DNM is going to have a rough time with his hero against all his AoE damage. But they might be able to slow down this Axe and this Wraith King enough so they don't really have a game. I'd say I favored them slightly here on 5ManMidas, but Felt do definitely have a win condition.
Yeah. I'm with you on this one. I like this a lot. Game number 3, super excited, and we're off to the stretch pause. Those of you who don't know what this is, it's a classic of the NA DPC. Both teams obviously valuing their health, standing up, getting a little bit of a stretch break in, as Neph and I have been doing off camera. Sorry for those who don't get to watch that.
The stretch break?
Yeah, the good old-fashioned stretch break.
I see. Yeah, as Sammy Boy says, just walking around my mansion between the games here. Go to the left wing of it. Pause out for a little while here. We get to see what starting items everybody gets. Zor actually opts to go very little regen start of his laning phase. Gets himself a Quelling Blade, 2 Iron Branches, 3 Tangos, sitting on 200 gold still. See what he ends up grabbing. TA hasn't bought any items yet. Forest here on the Lich, 3 Mangoes, double Tango. I don't know how playing mid feels at the moment. I haven't played that many games in the mid lane since the patch hit. I imagine it's slightly worse right now, given the fact you have to buy your own regen. I don't know how many games that you played. Yeah.
I mean, the thing is like the way mid lane works now is you just go like single set of Tangos, and then you just rush a bottle. Like that's actually just how it goes. You just go like a single set of Tangos, then you buy a bottle, and you're not too starved for regen, because unless our support rotates to deny your 2-minute or 4-minute rune, you have plenty of regen from the bottle, unless it's like a really bad matchup, I guess.
It's still going to be miserable for him. He's probably thinking about it for a moment because he's playing against Viper game on the TA, which is never fun. Which again is a little bit of surprise why we saw TA picked up so early. Chaos Knight, single Quelling Blade, Tango, some HP regen. I'm surprised that Quelling Blade continues to be very popular, despite the fact they continually reduce the damage it does. So all the way down to 12 damage now. Sure, it's not very expensive. It only costs 130 gold, but I don't know, I imagine the age of the Quelling Blade might soon be over. Bracer is going to rise up again. A lot of people have been buying as their first item.
What is it?
Were at least at the start of the patch. It's the fall of the Quelling Blade, the rise of the Bracer.
Oh, Bracer. That's what you said. Okay. Tay, I mean, what is level on this hero? Level 28 on the Templar Assassin, Dota Plus.
Gross.
Indeed. Meanwhile, Zor's Axe, only a measly 20. Unbelievable.
Weak. He's got more. Certainly, Zor has more games on the Axe than Tay's got on the Templar Assassin.
I actually don't know, man. I actually do not know. Tay has played a lot of TA.
Disgusting.
DNM smoke pops as he walks onto the high ground. Zor maybe in trouble. There's going to be the Chaos Bolt. Slowed up by that Stroke of Fate as well. Aikster with the God's Rebuke. Can he just... he's just going to walk away with Battle Hunger. Lies was not close enough to hit him with the Gale.
They forced the point out of him, though, so he's not going to be able to go counter Helix in the lane.
Just 30 seconds now.
He walks all the way back to base, but it'll be fast enough so he's able to regen his HP and be back to lane without expending his portal scroll. Yeah, he's already on his way out. So he'll be able to grab 3 runes off of this probably, right?
It looks like it.
No way.
Well, actually, with where Comfort is... Yeah, no, they're still going to get 3. Koya goes for this one. He certainly dies. He sees these heroes rotating over with the ward. So, yeah. Wait, they're gonna quad rune it. They actually get all 4.
Oh my god, Comfort, he left.
Very rarely do we see...
First time I've seen quad runes.
Yeah, I was like, very rarely do we ever see quad runes because of where they are placed. And this is, I think, the first time I've seen it. That's a great start for 5ManMidas. An easy 1k gold lead right out of the gate.
That is incredible. Force Axe all the way back. They take 4 runes. This game's over.
Nev timestamped it 37 seconds.
Yeah, it's done. Just call it. It's so hard to do that now, given like a lot of level 1 abilities have been nerfed. The positioning of all the runes.
Also, nighttime level 1.
Yeah.
Or nighttime at the start of the game makes it so much more difficult to like be cocky in your positioning.
Yeah. Incredible.
Oh, bottom lane comfort. He commits the Wraith Fire Blast and falls like 3 damage short of the range last hit. Aexter just denies it in his face.
Unfortunate.
Dire's top tower is in danger.
Bounty rune taken. Courier has gotten return in the top rune. The top lane. Justice is going to take a little bit of harass for this one.
Yeah, she doesn't have a dive. He might go down. Chaos Bolt is available. Throws it. One more stroke of fate. There it is. First blood going to F2. DNM is taking a decent chunk of damage here, but Zor unable to stay on top of him, so his counter helix is not going to hit.
Yeah, regardless of that movement speed exchange from the battle hunger, DNM is on a pretty fast 320 base movement speed here on the Chaos Knight, so he gets out of that one. Bottom lane, wish I could say the same for Lich, but he might just go down.
And he's got Frost Shield. He's fine for now. Comfort put it a little bit out of position, but overall not too bad. I was actually chuckling on the inside. RRL double high ground missed 2 poison attacks as soon as he hit level 3, so Tay was just fine.
Yikes.
That feels so bad.
Yeah. That's a lot of mana you're committing. It was buffed up a little bit with these changes. The mana cost being lower at the earlier levels. I feel like a couple more in.
5 mana level 1 was actually a huge change.
Yep. It sucked to use at level 1. It was just a bait.
Yeah, you just didn't use it. It was useless. You just always went Nether Toxin 1 almost because there's almost no point in using Poison Attack until level 2. RL does get his bottle delivered. And now he's going to be able to pick up the water rune as well as soon as he tops off his health and mana there.
Shove the lane in to do that without missing out on any creeps.
Yeah, he hits level 4, finally puts a point in the Nether Toxin. I'm actually surprised he went for a point in the Corrosive Skin. Does not catch the enemy rune there, or ward as it's on the other side. But he will use this to invade the easy camp here. This is really smart.
I mean, it's harder for Tay to trade with the Viper when he's got his first point in the Corrosive Skin. Your attack gets slowed. He ends up burning his shield, just trying to harass you with the side blades.
He has 10 denies.
Yeah, he's zoning the Templar completely. The Templar can't stand the ground and fight, or you end up getting burned down even quicker than that first point in the Corrosive Skin.
He is jungling, right? Like, he's finding farm elsewhere, but it's not the same. Being forced to jungle versus like your mid laner, you're gonna be a full level behind by the level 6, right? Like Viper's gonna hit 6, you'll just be hitting like maybe 5, 5.5.
Yeah. Watch what RL's doing. He's making sure that he keeps this creep equilibrium inside the river. Well, shoving it in now because he wants to get water runes. He forgot about that. Probably something he should have done. Get that last 9 out of the melee creep, RL. Maybe he just wants to harass the tower a little bit more. Is he giving 2 last hits?
Oh, I guess the range deny at least.
That's a question mark for me.
Yeah, he's still pushing Tay out though. Like Tay cannot come to this lane anymore. He's just gonna keep shoving it into the tower. Tay, however, like if he's able to clear camps fast enough, can toggle back and forth. But with where RL's positioning, like he knows the TA is on the right side of the jungle here, and just gets boots delivered. So this lane is done. Like Tay actually can't come back.
There is little hope.
Look where the net worth is as well. He's like 600 net worth ahead of him on the Viper. I mean, he knows because Tay can't go back and get many auto attacks in on the tower as he can. So already missing 600 HP.
Oh, what a fort too on the mid lane. He doesn't want Tay to have any breathing room here. Viper Strike online. And now he can just deny all of his creeps if he wants. Oh, Viper Strike comes out. He has to TP. Yeah, that feels real bad. Does end up surviving just barely, but it's the damage done. You now have to walk a shame it. Like we said, you're not level 6. RRL is just going to pull away with the lane, gets that bottled water rune that was sitting top for so long. And this is just the nature of this this lane, right? Like TA versus Viper is so unplayable. I will give Tay the benefit of the doubt, which is the fact that he is at least playing it literally as good as he possibly could.
I mean, these issues are compounded by the fact that the enemy team got all 4 bounty runes.
And you have a catapult taking your mid lane tower.
Yeah. You can't come anywhere close to lane. I imagine, yeah, somebody else has to come. You have to force this wave. I mean, Justice
he's gonna get found by P2 though.
Yeah, he might just die here.
No, he has to dive away.
I think RRL can just chase him down. He's got the corrosive skin on him. His movement speed is slowed.
He's got to be careful though. It's not worth dying on the Viper. That's like the absolute worst case scenario. Catapult will finally die here in the mid lane, but I mean the damage has been done. The tower down to 160 health.
It's in deny range. I think you just deny it here. Say does manage to grab this DD rune. I don't think you can fight RL regardless. Your attack speed just gets slowed too much by this Viper strike.
They do see him. Oh, under the ward. Oh, it doesn't matter. Bottom lane though, you die on comfort. Okay, sick play there from Lies and Aikster. They do have this urn. One charge coming out. He just needs to throw it. He's gonna back off. Probably heal up Aikster and leave. But do they see the TP? They don't. Phoenix diving in on the backside. Oh, misses the God's Rebuke, and now Justice doesn't have the damage. He's only level 4.
But he's taking a lot of damage to get to this dive here. I mean, he forces both of them back out of the lane. They're not quite at level 6 yet on this Mars, but on Lies. He's got boots of speed coming out, so he comes back to base slightly quicker there. The only lane where things are going in your favor is top. Zor on his signature hero, the Axe.
He's crushing it.
We predicted this one.
Yeah, he's crushing it. He is second on net worth. Meanwhile, DNM is struggling pretty hard, but not as much as Comfort's Wraith King. Like, Wraith King is, like, in poverty, man. What happened?
I mean, what can you do in this lane? You're playing against... Oh, no.
That is a dead Lich if I've ever seen one. Great rotation.
You're playing this low armor hero, though. He's just going to keep God's rebuking you the moment you come close to the wave. It's also a great clear for the skeletons. Yes, they did nerf the God's Rebuke hero damage at early levels, or like the bonus damage it has.
Yeah.
By 15, which, you know, it does add up, but regardless of that, very low armor here. You know, the Wraith King, a lot of time you want to give the Ring of Protection. You're playing against this Mars, and compounded by the fact that, you know, you're not going anywhere. This Venomancer's slowing you. This makes things worse.
Dire should look to their top tower.
TP's out here on Justice. They can't be anywhere close to this lane.
No. I mean, they lost mid tower. Tay ended up denying it, like you suggested. He's cleaning up some ancient stacks. There is a ward scouting this whole thing, though. So this is one of those scenarios where 5ManMidas, as a result, I mean, they're starting to establish vision and control over the map. They smoke up in the mid lane. It wasn't seen, but RRL and Thitu, they would love to find the TA here. This is it's so difficult. She's right next to the tier 2. There's no way you can go for this. RRL can get onto the high ground, though. Yeah, there he is. He pings the high ground. He goes in. Smokes available. The ward's gonna see him, give him everything they need. And now Tay, Viper Strike into the Inkswell.
No TP.
No TP available. It wouldn't even matter. They've got the damage. That's going to be a dead Templar Assassin, and just in time for a free regen into a bounty rune. All right, that's pretty handy.
And thank you for softening these big boys up for me, says RRL.
Yeah. And
gets the courier too.
Oh, that's a full blade mail.
Oh.
Zor top lane, he might die here. RL TP's in with this regen, and now he has no way out. Chaos Bolt can just be saved here. There's nothing you can do. Zor's dead.
Oh no.
The one lane that was going good, Neff.
I mean, he's still sitting pretty high up on the net worth, but yeah, the one lane that was doing good, he's got no blade mail. It's completed there for another minute and 20 seconds now, even after he gets back up. Now, DNM, extra time to farm. This game is a disaster now in all 3 lanes. 5ManMidas up 3k net worth before the laning phase ends. Rarely do you see things this one-sided.
Arena bottom. Nice Sinister Gaze for the moment, but you're still definitely dead here on the Lich. It's crumbling here. 5ManMidas pulling really far ahead here just in the lane stage. 4k gold lead. So we approach the 10-minute mark, and it's all on the, like, so much of it is on the Viper. The Boots of Travel finished up now. He's just ready to run at these guys. I mean, that's it. He's just going to be running at the enemy team, going lane to lane, helping. All 3 of your lanes are fairly strong.
Radiant's bottom tower is in danger.
RL deciding to shove this mid lane in. I mean, they've got catapults. I don't think you're going to be able to push this tier 2 tower, though. If anything, he puts himself out of position if he goes too far past the river. Instead, he opts to TP top, deal with Zor's axe up here. So again, Your hero at the top of the network chart brought down again, 2 deaths in a row. His courier is still down. I mean, at the very least, he'll have his blade mail as he gets back up, but now Zor's game slowed down as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower.
Tay pops that. Oh, he knows. It's fine. I mean, it's one of those things where the amount of the map is just so small for Felt, right? You have your triangle, which you can relatively defend with obs, but it also requires that a support be present pretty much the whole time, right? Like, you can't just be in the triangle solo. We saw what happened when Tay did that, so either Justice or Koya will have to be nearby if someone's going to farm the triangle. But mid lane and safe lane are basically death traps.
Now has a hand of Midas here on the CK, and he uses to play catch up, make up for the fact that he did not have as much farm as the Axe at first.
Oh, Lies? I don't know if he's actually in too much trouble here. He doesn't want to obviously Nova the Phoenix. But Justice going to take a lot of damage just from the Gale and these wards. And can continue the chase into the enemy triangle here, and this is what we're talking about. Like, you have to protect the TA stacks, and the Dire is just like, whatever, man, we're gonna come in. We don't really care all that much. Tay actually just gets takes a huge blow from those. And again, the large ancient camps, they survive, and they just go the way of 5ManMidas again.
I mean, they've taken your mid tower. It's so easy for them to invade your triangle. The space on this map to farm is so limited. I mean, Tay and Comfort here are both, forced to exist in the same area of the map right now. It feels so bad. Now can't go forward on the range creep because he knows they've taken their triangle. I mean, under the tier 2 tower, he's somewhat safe for now.
Yeah. We'll probably see 5ManMidas start prioritizing this top lane tier 1. We see Aegster rotating up here. You have Veno in the enemy triangle, and this is like absolute best case scenario. Whenever you have a Venomancer who can do this, post up in your triangle, there is no counter, right? You just can't go there anymore. And so DNM feeling pretty safe bottom. They just got to make sure he doesn't get a big rotation. Oh, Boots of Travel to fort. He has to cut the creep. Well played by Zor. You have no choice. You actually have no choice at all.
That was sick. Before it comes out, he just Culling Blades it. That's actually so sick. I talk about how underwhelming and useless Culling Blade feels a lot of time. This is one of the very few uses that it has. I think 250 damage is a very low threshold. But, against Shallow Grave, against Oracle ult, things like that, it's got its uses. They smoke up here on Felt. They can find DNM. This could be big, but they need the lockdown here on Ledge. DNM, I think, realizes something's up. They ping things out. Yeah, they actually catch Phoenix there.
Well, that's it. Tier 1 tower top does fall to the DD of RRL, and now Roshan, not a possibility here from Felt. Like, they can't contest, really. They have no teleport options. Tier 1 mid's gone. They can't get to the outpost, and Tier 1 top is gone. So this is a really rough situation to be in as the Radiant. Poison Nova comes out here. This is the 4th position. Veno, Inkswell is there. Zor, he's got to range this. He does. Nice egg up on the high ground. A Chain Frost as well. It's going to bounce through. Only catches the 2 supports. DNM trying to take down Zor so far. One dead on each side, but a great Arena Spear from Aegster is going to find him. And now the Nether Strike onto Justice. Can they actually find the kill in time? Doesn't look like it's going to happen. He regens in the base. 2 for 1 going the way of 5ManMidas. You're very happy with that. You get the axe, you get the egg. You'll take that any day of the week.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there was a nice positioning there from the Phoenix. He meant to pop his ultimate, but this Venomancer slowed us so much in these team fights. The Axe not able to go anywhere. Hit by that initial Venomous Gale. Slowed up.
They're gonna go right in. They're looking for Tay.
Yeah. Blink, 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 blink.
Yeah, they. Oh. Okay,
He
I was curious.
cut that one close. He's waiting till get over the edge.
All right, they'll at least just take down the Lich instead, and they'll take the bounty. Oh no, Koya got the bounty run. All right, I see you, Koya.
Okay.
All right.
He's like, you take the bounty run at minute 0, but not at minute 15.
Yes.
It's holding that blink to the last possible moment there, just so we could actually get over the edge. It gave me a heart attack briefly, but it's definitely the correct play.
Yeah. All right. Nice tower take in the top lane by the TA. I mean, having to go blink first item on TA always feels pretty rough, right? Don't you normally want the Deso first?
It depends on the game. Sometimes the blink is better, but you're definitely not in the position where you can accomplish things with just the...
That is a rough death here for Comfort. RL's in. He's got Viper Strike. There's no chance you're getting out of this one. He doesn't even have a TP anyway, and he's going to die with Midas on cooldown. He's like hobbling to the creep camp. He's like, let me get it. He gets the Midas off. All right. You know, not all is lost, but you do lose the Wraith King, which is a pretty hefty kill there. He is so far away from this Radiance.
Yeah. Mission accomplished, though. You get the Midas off before you die. Take notes, everybody. But, 8K now with advantage now at 16 minutes into the game here for 5ManMidas. Would have been even worse if you didn't get that Midas off, though. DNM. Not much danger here. Got Grimstroke sitting behind him. He's able to drop an ink spell.
I just saw how farmed this Chaos Knight is.
Yeah,
what?
I mean, Axe is sitting near the top of the net worth chart in the laning phase. Axe had a great time and just slowed down CK, but now he's farming up so well with his illusions. He's got a hand of Midas. Tay's going to try to clear these out, but not before he clears out the whole creep wave here.
Trusty Shovel is actually just so good on this hero, too. A little bit extra health for your illusions. Don't mind that. 17 minutes means that we do see the tier 2 items start rolling in. So there's a lot of really good... Oh, there it is. I was like, there's a lot of really good ones for the Chaos Knight. And Vambrace. Aexter's probably going to hand that one over. Yeah, that's about as good as it gets.
Dramatic resist, extra strength. You're that much tankier. I mean,
Illusions
we're
do that
17
much
minutes
more
in this
damage.
game. Yeah, we're 17 minutes in. When he pops this armlet, he's got like what, 2,700 HP or something like that. He's
Yeah,
got almost 2,200 right now, which is just ridiculous. Gropo now found as well. That's going to go the way of Viper if this game wasn't hard enough already.
Yeah, you definitely take the Grovo over the Fairy's Trinket. It's basically more spell damage, and the attack range compounded with the Dragon Lance is just way too good. He has the blink. He just goes right in onto the Zora. The taunt is there. The Blade Mail helping him out, and the nice Sun around the backside. Just outside of the arena, though. He will be able to dive away. Poison Nova did catch him. He has to egg to survive, but he might just die instead. Yeah, he'll just die. Doesn't want to risk.
TP back to base, but he didn't do the maths fast enough.
Yeah. It's one of those things where I think they were deciding, like, hey, just deny me type of thing, and Lich was just not close enough. But yeah, maybe he could have TP'd to base.
Yeah. Either way, even more space. Now with advantage up to 9,000 here. I mean, using this opportunity where two of your teammates just dropped. The Axe, who's having an amazing game, is now sitting at 69,000 or 6.9k net worth. Nice.
Very nice. RRL bottom lane. Aexter's trying to find him. Oh, this is gonna be a mistake, Tay. This is a huge bait. The Arena, the Spear, and the Viper under the invis. They just pop out, and Aexter just pops that bulwark. He does not care. 2 tips come out onto Tay. I mean, that's a great fight, or a great find from 5ManMidas, and a great bait setup. Smileys.
3 tips. Oh, question mark coming out in return? That's not just a regular question mark either.
That's a copy-pasted question mark.
No, I think that's a Russian question mark.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Wait, no, it's I don't know. It's definitely not a regular English keyboard question mark.
Yeah.
That's why we're here. We're here to analyze question marks that come out.
Yes, of course. And lies. This is what we were talking about earlier. When the Venomancer sets up in your triangle, it becomes so difficult to play this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's always got to have vision of it. Like the moment you walk up, your blink dagger is going to be disabled. You're going to be moving significantly slower. He doesn't have the 15 talent to -8% poison sting slow. And of course,
that is so annoying.
Yeah,
that poison sting slow is the worst.
It's gone from what it was before at what 25% slow when you have like it maxed out in the talent. Now it's I think 22. So you're a little bit faster than you were before, but it still feels ridiculous. And it makes Axe moving around the team fight usually between the movement between 12 battle 100, your blink dagger, very easy to get on top of your targets, and the Wraith King as well. Start with you on top of people. almost as his Radiance, by the way. But yeah, it makes playing either of these two heroes just miserable. That's why Venomance was such a good last pick for 5ManMidas.
So I'm not sure if you noticed, but DNM is about to have a Heart of Tarask, and they're getting Roshan. That is quite a lot more damage and health. He has 3,000 health right now with the armlet active, without any of the heart components. So, oh boy. I'm excited for this one. Oh, okay, yeah.
He's got it.
Yep, that's 3,700 base. I think he went up to 42 or something when he activates the armlet. That's some good
Pop
stuff.
the armlet on the tower or something? He's gonna do it? No, he doesn't have to. Why? Why bother?
42,
Oh, there it
yeah.
is. 4,200 HP.
Yeah, good luck killing this Chaos Knight. 92
armor.
regen per second.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
Yeah, this boy is he's the one that like got picked on in middle school and then spent the entire summer lifting weights and then showed up to high school totally jacked.
Yeah. Comfort doesn't even have his Radiance yet. There's no way he's able to fight into this. I mean, we were talking about how good this AoE damage they had. You know, the Phoenix playing Axe against the CK as well. The Red King eventually, once he does have his Radiance. But this guy's got so much HP, he does not care.
He'll dive. He does not care at all.
Yeah. Comfort, he's trying to complete his Radiance, so they fortify on the other side. They're slowing him down. They'll be able to take this tier 3 tower before he grabs the tier 1. This Radiance isn't going to come online before they get the racks. They can't fight into them.
You got the Phantasm Illusions on the barracks. I mean, these things, they're so tanky. They actually are struggling so much to kill them. It's going to be the Sunray finally from Justice that will take them down, but the damage is done. Melee and ranged fall. 5ManMidas just walk out, objective complete.
There's no way that this Wraith King is able to fight into them without that Radiance. So, I mean, at this point, I'm not sure it's going to matter. It's 13k net worth advantage, which is pretty bad, but somehow it feels so much worse than that. 1 kill to 15.
If I'm being honest, this Radiance does not matter. This Radiance means absolutely nothing, I think, in the scope of this game. I'm not trying to be like too grim, but even with this Wraith King's Radiance, he's going to walk in and just die twice. There is way too much damage and control on the side of 5ManMidas. The 4th position Veno alone, all he has to do is Gale this this Wraith King, and he does nothing. Like, he can't do any damage. I don't know, man. I'm very worried here as this game continues. A nice Spirit combination, and that Phantasm damage from DNM just takes him down immediately. Chain Frost comes out, only ends up finding one, but DNM, he's looking for the kill, and Koya, goodbye, sir. You think DNM's gonna stop? Because I don't.
DNM, you need this. You can't just do this.
Yes, he can. He absolutely can. No one can stop him.
He's got too much power. He's just got another hard queued upper, by the way.
Yeah, I think this is correct. You just get more strength and damage.
Correct. There was no way.
I mean, you go AC probably, but I don't think it really matters all that much.
Yeah, he's just having a good time at this point.
Actually, you probably go Satanic, to be honest. So you have the like self dispel, or you go like Manta. But I think you definitely just invest in strength items on this hero now. Bottom lane, a lot of damage. Oh, the Yule's dodged by Mars. He's able to get out, doesn't have the arena. They lose Lich immediately. A nice egg on the backside. Wraith King loses his first life. The reincarnation slowing them all down. RRL, he's got the Aegis though. He's not the one you have to be worried about. His DNF just goes in. He takes down the Phoenix with the help of the Inkswell. And now RRL is focusing on the barracks. Finally goes down with the Aegis. Oh my god, DNF. Calm down, sir. You gotta give these guys something. He's just continuing the chase all the way into the base. He takes down everybody.
And that's it. GG is called and they're out. An incredibly one-sided match here. The Felt, they did their best to hold their ground, but my god, from the start of that game, the 4 bounty roots going their way. I mean, losing mid in the bottom lane so hard. Despite Zor's efforts in the top, he managed to get shut down as well. His blade mail picked off as the courier was coming up towards him. 5ManMidas, they did not take kindly losing game number 1 in the next 2 games. Very one-sided matches. Oh, excuse me.
Now, Neff, did you happen to see the score on this game by chance?
That was 1-23.
Yeah. Lies has the only death on his team. Every single other person, 0 deaths, 8-0 on DNM, 5-0 on RL, Akester 3-0, Thitu 2-0. This was a flawless game, basically, from 5ManMidas. I think just from the draft as well. Like, this was so sick.
I mean, there was again so little they were able to do after a certain point. A lot of this comes down to I think the mid lane performance. RL did such a good job zoning this TEA on this Viper. You know, recognizing all right at a certain point, Tay isn't going to be able to come anywhere close to the lane. I'm going to take his tower as early as possible. I'm going to make their map feel even smaller. They're going to have less area to farm, and just continue to put the pressure on. You need a ridiculous amount of farm here on DNM and Zora, of course. They recognize that he had a good lane, despite the other two lanes on Felt just falling off completely. Went up there, shut his game down as well by like 2 rotations in pretty quick succession. Ended up making things miserable for him as well. So very well played by 5ManMidas. Game 1, things looked a little bit shaky. They dove a little bit too hard. Game 2 and 3, just drafts rounded out a little bit better. I think the Venomancer pick, Lies, is just incredible. I don't think they could have rounded this off with a better hero.
Yeah, this was a super sick draft.
In team fights. Yeah.
We do have an interview coming up. Before we do that, let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket here for these two teams, or I guess for the whole of the DPC.
Well, get that one settled.
So right now we've got D2 Hustlers still sitting at the top at 3-0, but this is the first series win here for 5ManMidas at 1-1. Moves their overall record to 3-2, but Felt again just struggling to get their first series win, puts them to 0-3. They fall to 1-6 as their win-loss. But we've got another series coming up next. That's going to be Picado versus D2 Hustlers. And we're going to go ahead and jump into the interview room right now so we can get ourselves situated. Remind me, Neff, is it Akester that's joining us?
It will be. He was voluntold by Lies for this one, so very excited to have him.
Very excited. All right, let's go ahead and jump in there, and we should have him available on screen here in just a moment.
Hello?
Akester, is that you, sir?
Hello, Ricky. What's up?
Hello. We're going to get everyone to see your beautiful face here in just a moment.
My beautiful face. All right.
We got his avatar just as good. Is that Patrick with a hard hat on?
Yes, it is.
Big SpongeBob fan here.
I'll bring up my webcam.
All right, awesome. Well, first of all, I can start while Ricky's getting all the production things ready. Congratulations on the victory. A little bit shaky in game number 1. You guys, I saw a lot of diving going on. Then after that, I think Felt kind of snowballed off the victory. But I got a question for you that I want to ask before anything else, before Ricky's got a chance. You're switched over onto position 3.
Yes.
What's with that?
I don't know. Everything's all over the place. We tried the 2 on post 3 too. We tried Lies on post 3. Then somehow it ended up on me being on post 3. So yeah.
All right, but why is that? Why have you decided to switch over to position 3? Were you a bad 4? I thought you were a wonderful 4.
I don't know. Cause nobody plays 3. That's a problem. The 2 only plays 5. Lies doesn't play 3 too. So yeah.
Is it just like hard to find one inside the region at the moment? I know you replaced your mid. You have DNM on your team right now as well. They decided you were the best player they could get, no matter the role. So it had to be you, and you were playing on position 3 since nobody else could do it. You're the most versatile as well.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
Yeah. I figured. That was my first question. Ricky, you still sorted with production stuff over there?
Yeah, there's a Discord decided to just explode, so it's we're getting there. We're getting there.
All right. Then I got even more time to ask you questions, Akester. Game number 2. You got bounty runes, all 4 of them. I called GG at 37 seconds in. When did you guys think that you won that game?
When? Same as you.
Like,
how did we get 4 bounties? I had no idea. I thought at least one would get snatched by them, but I guess not.
I thought Wraith King, it looked like Comfort was going to wrap around the back, snag that one, and come down. Another question I got then. since I have even more time. It's just a one-on-one romantic time between me and you. You got the last pick, Venomancer. I felt like that was like the best way to round your draft out. Whose call was that one?
It was Lies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lies who
so
told you for the interview.
So he just stood up on the high ground on their triangle for like 10 minutes or something, just farming everything.
No way for them. That hero was so annoying to play against. You gotta walk up, your blink dagger is disabled, you're slowed by like 22%. You can't do anything. Against Axe and Wraith King, it's just way too good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. Speaking of the Wraith King that game, he basically did not have one. He had to play against both Mars and Venomancer. He didn't end up getting any armor at the start of the Linny phase either. I was a little bit surprised to see him not grab a Ring of Protection against the Mars. Is that something you guys just like continue to mount up the pressure on him for that reason? Just punishing him from not having any armor against the God's Rebuke or what?
I think so. I think we were just strong, the Gale and just W him. I don't think he can do anything about it. And Lich can't really help him too.
Mm-hmm. The Lich pick was a little bit weird in my opinion. He's not super popular. I think Frost Shield's really good, but other than that, hero a little bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
We set up now, Ricky?
Oh, it's looking pretty close. It's one of those days, it's one of those days where Discord decides, hey, we're going to like completely rearrange everything. And, some real quick movements here to fix it. We're gonna throw it in. There it is. It's looking pretty good.
See him now?
Yeah, everyone can see. Ixter, go ahead and wave to all of your beautiful fans, because let's be honest, you have quite a bit of them.
I tried to get Ixter to cast some of these games with us. The man is hard to book though. He's got his girlfriend. He's doing charity work. Sometimes he rides his Lamborghini around the neighborhood.
Yeah, I've been told a man of many talents. Honestly, how did you guys feel going into this series, like against Felt? Like, did you guys feel like you were favorited, or was the matchup like in your heads pretty even? Like, what was the mentality on that one?
I felt pretty shaky because I had to play 3, and I only had like 1 week or something to like practice +3, so I didn't really feel good. Yeah.
No, hey, you performed well though. Your Mars was great.
Oh, not that first game. Let's not talk about the first game.
Oh yeah, it did look kind of weird. But Timbersaw, if you don't pop up at the start, it does feel pretty bad. Have you been practicing the offlane on your stream, twitch.tv/Ixter1? Go follow it, everybody. Have you been doing that?
Thanks, Q. No, I have not. I'm still playing +4 on my main, so I don't get any practice. Only on scrims.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of, like, do you play sometimes on Smurf accounts? Like, I know Smurfing isn't really that accepted, but alternate accounts are definitely good for practicing roles that you aren't that comfortable with.
Really.
No,
I haven't played on my Smurf too. I just play on my main. I just played 4.
He's a man of the people. Doesn't break any rules at all. I asked a bunch of questions that I wanted to ask. I got to shout out to twitch.tv/Ixter1.
That's an important one, honestly, I think.
It is. That one is probably the most important. What's it like having DNM on the team after season 1 in DPC? I know things have changed up a little bit. Is he that loud of a voice on the team? I know he played with PPD. He's an amazing captain. Is there any experience that he brings in, or is he more of a quiet mid player?
I think he's a good addition. I think he makes most of our plays, like all of the calls. He make most of them, so he's definitely did a lot for the team.
Nice.
It's surprising that he makes all those calls despite being young. I know a lot of the time it's like whoever feels strongest in the game makes the calls. So I imagine you as a pause 4 and the most versatile team player on your team, you probably make a lot of the calls as well.
Yeah,
but
I
you're
do.
humble about it. That is the last question that I have. I've got to ask a dozen.
Yeah, that was quite nice. That was quite nice. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Game 3 just was like a textbook game from you guys. I don't know. You guys just played 3 solid games. Obviously, game 1 a little bit too difficult. Your guys' team fight lineup in game 2 was an absolute blast to watch. Even though you guys weren't necessarily always ahead, as soon as Felt started fighting into you guys, you just boom, it switches back your guys' way. Is there any reason you guys don't favor the Warlock as much? Is this because it was something that both teams kind of ignored here?
Oh, yeah. What happened to Warlock? I guess we didn't really have that much practice in Warlock, and really preferred the Grim. I think Grim is like a higher tempo, and we already have like 2 big ultimates that we have to play around. So probably like a Grim should be better.
That makes a lot of sense.
It allows you to play faster rather than defensive. I think Warlock, you have to play around that huge ultimate cooldown, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, it makes sense. Any shout outs you want to give? Thank you so much for joining us. I know I tried to snag you once to do a broadcast with us, but again, you being very busy.
I tried to join one day.
Yeah, one day. But any shout outs you want to do? People you want to thank on your team? Anything you want to say to Felt before you go?
Shout out to my teammates. Great job. All my fans, I think. And
I'm a fan. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
out.
Hopefully a bunch of new fans too.
Hopefully. Yeah, that's about it.
Right on. Well, thank you so much, mate, for joining us. We really do appreciate it. And you enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. All right. Have a good one.
All right,
What
Neff.
a legend.
What a legend.
that guy.
Right now, we've got a second series coming up. It's Team Dogchamp versus Picado Squad Gaming. What do you think? Predictions for this one? Things to be hyped for? We got a moment before we jump into that game.
You know, as somebody who managed a team that was also playing in the open qualifiers against Picado Squad a number of times, I want to say I hope they win, because then it feels less bad that Odd Otters lost the open qualifiers. But this could go either way. Some people were predicting on Twitter. I know 4Beats, who does a number of segments and pieces on Division 2 NA Dota, thought Dogchamp would win this one. I think they said, 2-1?
Yeah.
I probably favor Picado a little bit here. I think Picado will come out on top. They've had a solid performance so far. P1 is an absolute god gamer. I think he's an incredibly strong carry. And they're switching people in. They've got Creep now as the position 1 here on Dogchamp. And I think because of that, they don't have the same level of experience and teamwork that Picado's got.
Yeah.
That's what I had to say.
All right. I mean, I'm not entirely sure if I agree, but I do think it's going to be an incredibly close series. That being said, this tournament, when the NA DPC brought to us by BTS, wouldn't be possible without an XPG, and there is a super sick giveaway. So let me tell you all about it. The BTS giveaway, you can enter for a chance to win the XPG Xenia XE Gaming Ultrabook, and as well as a summer keyboard and some BTS swag. So there's a whole bunch of stuff.
Let me tell you what I would do with an Ultrabook.
Please do.
XPG. You ever have those days you got to analyze games, you want to sit in bed, you don't want to get up, go to your computer, or alternatively, you want to sit on the couch and pet your cat while you go over Dota replays? XPG Ultrabook.
Perfect.
I'm telling you, man, it would change my life completely.
I believe it. For those of you who want to enter, there is a link in chat as well as a banner below the stream. So there's going to be four winners, and you have until May 23rd to enter. So make sure to check that out. Enter for your chance to win the XPG Xenia laptop, as well as a potential keyboard and some BTS swag, which you really can't go wrong with. So that being said, we're going to go to a short break. We're going to be starting back up here very soon with our second series of the day. Again, that's going to be Picado Squad Gaming versus Team Dogchamp. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll see you in a bit.